Hello, my name is Jim Riley. I'm the process manager for Global Craftsmanship. I'd like to welcome you here today. What we're going to do in the next little bit of time is take you through two parts of a craftsmanship awareness training. The first part that I will take you through is about 18 PowerPoint slides. That will be followed by Richard Chung, my partner in craftsmanship, who's the design manager, taking you through some pictorial and part representation of vehicles that will explain good and bad craftsmanship. And we'll also review the vehicles that we keep in the Craftsmanship Learning Center in Dearborn. As we start, I'd like to focus you on the first slide. That slide, there's a couple of things on it we'd like you to be aware of. At the bottom of the slide is a web page address. If you're on the Ford intranet, you can look up on the Craftsmanship web page, which is www.craftsmanship.ford.com. Some very important information. That's a very data-rich web page. Beyond the web page, 2 lines above, we talk about what craftsmanship is. Craftsmanship is the attention to detail and superb execution in everything we do in our vehicles. Craftsmanship is not quality. Quality is things gone wrong, warranty, and repairs. You can have superb craftsmanship and poor quality, and that's what you'd find in a company like Volkswagen Audi. And you can have very good quality and average craftsmanship, and that's what we have in Ford Motor Company today. We're going to spend the time together here today talking about how we improve the craftsmanship in Ford Motor Company vehicles and why it's important to us as a company and to our customers. What does this thing called craftsmanship cover? Well, it covers the basic senses, our basic ability to perceive things. The first thing it covers is what people see. If you were to walk anywhere around the outside of this Volkswagen Bora, anything that you could see would be covered by craftsmanship. If you were to get on the inside and look around on the inside, anything you could see there would be covered by craftsmanship, including the inside of the console, inside the glove box, or behind the sun visor. The same thing holds true for under the hood or in the trunk. Anything that you can see on a vehicle is covered by craftsmanship. The next thing is what the customer touches. What we have the customer touch should be as comfortable as an old pair of shoes. It usually starts off with the key fob. This key fob is off this Volkswagen Bora. A very comfortable thing to touch, smooth around the edges. The key is built into it, so you push a button and the key becomes exposed. It's not like our key fobs and keys where you put the keys in your pocket and they wear a hole in your pocket. This key fob has the Volkswagen logo on it. Shows some pride and craftsmanship and how they feel about their vehicle. But touching goes on to take into consideration things like door release handles, any of the interior surfaces of the car like armrests, console, steering wheel, shifter, any of the control switches and buttons, sun visors, door trim panels. Any of the surfaces the customer touches are covered by craftsmanship. Next, we talk about what the customer uses. Here we're looking for quality and precision in all the controls the customer uses. Controls like the steering wheel, turn signal stalk, power window adjustment switch, radio controls, heater controls, shifter, headlight switch. Any of the controls the customer uses to operate the vehicle is covered by craftsmanship. The next thing is what the customer hears. We want to give the customer solid, reassuring sounds. One of the first sounds a customer hears is the sound of door closings. We want those sounds to be solid and reassuring. We look at sounds of hood closings, windshield wiper sounds, power seat sounds, the sounds that the switches and controls make when you push buttons or turn knobs. Anything the customer hears operating the vehicle is covered by craftsmanship. And the last thing is what the customer smells. If you get in a Ford product today that has a leather interior, the interior doesn't smell like leather. It smells like plastic. But if you get in our competitors' leather interiors, like Toyota, Lexus, BMW, Mercedes, Honda, their leather interiors smell like leather. We've lost that bit of craftsmanship, and we need to bring it back into our vehicles.
Hello, my name is Richard Chung. I am the design manager for Global Craftsmanship. For the next segment of the presentation, I would like to take you through the boards behind me, which we call the Taurus boards. These are the images of snapshots of the Taurus, showing the various exterior and interior areas where we feel there's a lack of craftsmanship. We call it the Taurus board, but actually it's a Ford Motor Company board because these are the common problems that we see in other vehicles. Over here we have the top area of the windshield. And as you can see, it has a large Rahal molding. Now, the Rahal molding has EPDM rubber, and EPDM rubber in exterior application is not really a decorative material due to the UV degradation. So it is a good idea to avoid exposing large amount of rubber on the exterior of the vehicle. One of the solutions would be to use ULIP design as this image is showing, or the free edge glass system, which we see in competitive practice, such as the Volkswagen Audi products. The next slide I would like to take you through is this front top corner, where leaf screen, hood, fender, and A-pillar come together. First, we have the leaf screen that's multi-piece construction. It's in two pieces, a joint line in the center. You could see the visible fastener. We could also see the gimp that hides between the leaf screen and the windshield. And on the corner of the leaf screen, we have a molded feature that is designed to hide the die cut of the rubber gimp. However, this molded shape is such an odd shape, it actually draws more attention to the customer. Also, we have a pillar to the fender gap that is large, and it's large on both sides, and sometimes you could even see your shoes if you put your shoes underneath the vehicle. And so we need to close up the gap between the sheet metal parts better. And lastly, we have this sweeping hood cowl line that looks great on clay, but when you put the actual cut line and required corner stamping radii, in its design position, it still looks like it slipped off. And so what we need to do is the following. On this slide, you can see the hood sweeping line with the last portion of the hood actually cheated rearward. So in visual condition, you could see the hood to the fender lined up. So that is a good solution that is also cost-free. Next thing we need to do is get the leaf screen without the gimp and without the multi-piece construction and without the visible fastener. And you'll see that on the Volkswagen Golf and the Bora as we take you through later on this segment. Plus, we need to close up the gap between the A-pillar and fender as the competitions do. Okay, the next slide I want to show you is the front end of the Taurus. As you can see on this slide, the Taurus has horizontal cut line below the hood, and that is part of the overslam gap. And the overslam gap is hidden by gimp underneath, so you could avoid the see-through, which is also expensive. Rubber gimp running the full length of the hood can be expensive. So one of the solutions is, if you're going to have grill in the front opening anyway, incorporate that grill as part of the front-end graphic to hide the hood overslam gap. And you could see that solution also on the Volkswagen Golf or the Bora, which I'll take you through later. So that is a cost-free and also attractive solution if you're going to have a grill.